Alright guys, so last year I made a very similar video to this one where I went through and predicted what I thought was going to be added into MW2 and what I wanted to be added into MW2 ranked play. So now we're going to do it for MW3, and might I add, I got almost everything right in that video. I predicted almost everything. I'm not normally one to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn because I got almost everything right in that video. Alright guys, go ahead and dive into it. So, number one. So some of you might disagree with this, but I think we need more ranks to separate the skill gap. It feels like between Crimson and Iridescent, I feel like there should be another rank, or maybe between Diamond and Crimson, there should be another rank. I feel like I can play a really bad Crimson and then a really good Crimson, or I can play a really bad Iridescent or a really good Iridescent. The fact that a Diamond 1 can queue with a Crimson 3 just doesn't make sense. I felt like an Iridescent, my Iridescent teammates weren't actually Iridescent, they just played for a while. I'm not hating anybody that grinded to get to Iridescent, I'm just saying that some of the people I play with in Iridescent were not Iridescent players. Coming in at number 2, we have more rank rewards. I actually posted a poll, and a lot of you guys said that the rank rewards was like the biggest issue for you guys, which is actually a good thing because last year we had a lot of issues. This year, I'm glad that it's something that you can easily fix. I would also like to add really quickly that the rank system last year, or for MW2, was actually spectacular. I think we can all agree that that was the only reason we were playing the game for as long as we were. If there was no rank play in the game, I don't think it would have had any success, and I mean that to a T. Like there was no chance for success for that game. Shout out to Treyarch for making rank play. I assume they're gonna be making rank play this year too, just because they did a phenomenal job recently. More rank rewards, camos. They only added 1 round of camos this year. Emblems, calling cards are cool. I just think we need more. I still think we need more. Now, specifically, I don't know what they would add. Just maybe more camos or different variants of the operator they give us, because the operator was kind of dull. Number 3, we have individual rank stats. This is interesting because I actually did say this last year. We didn't end up getting it this year. This is the one thing I said last year that we didn't end up getting because I want to see what I'm doing wrong. One of my biggest issues is with any other game, you can go back and look at your very specific stat lines. Call of Duty doesn't have really specific stat lines. It's normally just numbers. On any other game, you can go back and check your stat lines for every individual game you played, and you can kind of improve off of that. You can kind of tell what you're doing wrong with numbers. Now, of course, it's not going to fix your game, but it will help you figure out what is going wrong in your games. I just think it'll be very interesting to see your KD, your hill time, your score per minute, all that kind of stuff in ranked play rather than just having it in multiplayer, which I'm kind of confused as to why they don't have it in ranked play yet, because they have it in multiplayer, but maybe it's just something they don't want to add. To be fair, stats aren't everything in ranked play. I'm more of a system player anyways. I'm not up there every game top fragging ever. Stat lines aren't everything, but there's very specific stats that I would like to see in ranked play. Number 4, this was a big issue. This is actually a really big issue that I didn't ask for last year. It doesn't apply to all of you, but some of you it might apply to. Crimson and up, duo queue only. Now, this is a really big issue for me because whenever you're queuing with a 4-stack or just by yourself or with a duo queue, you just want to have fun or however you're doing it, right? It doesn't really matter. You're queuing against challenger squads. I'm not a challenger. Well, not yet. I'm not a challenger yet. But I wasn't a challenger last year, so I mean, it kind of made it a little unfair. I sound like a complaining little bitch. I like getting better. I like better competition. But when I'm solo queuing against a challenger squad, I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so hard to. Those teams are so good. Like, the teams up at the top are very good. And I don't think some people understand how good these teams actually are. But their teamwork's on another level. That's why I think Valorant does this saying where you can only, I think it's only duo queue Immortal and up. So I think ranked play on COD should have a similar system where you can only duo queue Crimson and up. I don't know if it's a bad take. I know a lot of pros wanted that in general. But I don't know if some of you might disagree with that. I think it would be a nice addition. All right, so this is like kind of like the number 1 thing that I wanted to talk about. Please stop the hackers. Oh my God. Good news for this game. It's going to be a lot easier to tell if someone's cheating, meaning that's going to be a lot harder for people to cheat and get away with it. You have red dots. You have dead silence. I mean, the dead silence in this game is absolutely unpredictable. I mean, you can't hear a thing with dead silence on, even with EQ on. Trust me, I tried it. You can't hear people. You can't hear people walking around a corner. All you have is your red dots. I think this year is going to be a lot easier to tell if someone's cheating. That's the good news. Bad news is we've seen nothing about it. It's like they kind of just ignored the problem, and I get it. They wanted to work on their new game, whatever, which I'm kind of happy about in hindsight because, you know, long term, you know what I'm saying? Long term is everything. So if they, you know, didn't put all their time in banning cheaters and just making this new game absolutely spectacular, I'm cool with that. That's okay. Because let me tell you, season 2 of ranked play this year, I remember this, like, it was like a really dark state to my life because I couldn't play the game that I was making YouTube videos on, which was making me happy. And it really, I know it sounds like I'm taking this so deep, but like that shit was awful. It was really, really bad. The cheaters were really, really bad. Like I couldn't even play. Like it was actually terrible. And I wasn't even shadow banned. That's the crazy thing. I wasn't even shadow banned. I was joining in lobbies getting spin botted, and like I couldn't even play normally. This last season, I tried to grind a top 250, only to realize that everybody that was in my rank was spin botting. Like I can't take it seriously. I didn't have a 4 stack of challengers to take on someone shooting through every single wall on the map. Like if you're not in the high ranks, I'm sure there's a lot of cheaters in the low ranks, but in the high ranks there is, it's probably 75% of your games are going to be like have like cheater, like blatant cheaters. Like now, especially, like it's bad. Yeah. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Let me tell you what you want to see in MW3 yourself. Anyways, guys, it's been WhipLash, and I will see you guys later. Deuces.